Trying to grow alone in digital marketing is one of the fastest ways to burn out, to waste time, and of course, very obviously, to stay broke. You can learn all of the courses, watch all YouTube videos or tutorials, and even try to copy what the big names are doing online. But if you don't have the right people around you, people who understand the journey, people who have been through the struggles also themselves, people who are willing to guide you through the stages, you will obviously keep hitting invisible walls. I know this personally because I have lived it. When I started out over a decade ago, digital marketing was just gaining momentum where I came from. I didn't know anyone doing it. There were no mentors, there was no group, there was no community. It was just me, my laptop, and a lot of confusions. I mean, loads of confusions. I spent years doing just guessworks. I would learn something new, try it on my own. I mean, learn something from people like Brian Dean, Ricky Kessler, and Jim, his friend, who I think then were running Income School, right? I will learn from Brian Halligan of HubSpot, and then of course, I'll go right there and try it on my own. And very many times I failed, and of course, this failure did not stop me from starting again, and of course, also repeating the cycle. I made progress, obviously, but sometimes it was painfully slow, and many times I felt stuck and alone in digital marketing. Even when I started to get good at it, I still suffered in silence. I wasn't getting good paying clients. I didn't also know how to position myself. I wasn't getting referrals. Why? Because I didn't know or have access to the right information and people. Now, let me tell you something that hurts very deeply. I once applied for a job that promised to pay $55,000 per year, and it was completely remote, right? I passed all of the interviews and my skills were impressive according to them. They even told me I stood out from other applicants, but in the end, I was rejected because of my spoken English. They said it sounded too normal, not at the level they had wanted. Not that I was not qualified, not that I couldn't deliver or I promised not to deliver, but just that I didn't sound like them, right? That experience crushed me, obviously, and it opened my eyes to the truth many African digital marketers don't talk about. We are often isolated from high-paying opportunities, not because we are not qualified, but because we don't have the right support systems. That is why I want to talk to you today in this particular clip about 5 reasons every digital marketer needs a solid community, especially if you are just starting out, especially also if you are from Africa or maybe you are trying to grow. So let's get to it immediately. Number 1, a community will help you get help when you feel stuck. So whether you are learning Facebook advertising, search engine optimization, email marketing, or content creation, at some point you will obviously get confused because these platforms change sometimes in split seconds. And the worst thing is obviously trying to solve everything alone. You will spend days on Google or jumping between videos, wasting time and energy. But with the right community, you can ask your questions and get real answers from someone who has been there, avoid stress, and even stay focused at the end of the day. So, second reason you should join a community is because you will learn from real life mistakes and even wins, right? Yeah, in a community, people share their real struggles and real victories. You will learn things that no course or book can teach you. When I was alone, I didn't know that charging too low will attract the wrong client. I mean, I was always thinking people could not pay for a particular service, or maybe my pricing was just on the high side. And all I knew then was to charge low. And I never knew that charging low was going to attract the wrong clients, people that will end up giving me plenty headaches, right? I didn't also know that building a personal brand was more powerful than just submitting proposals here and there. If I had access to people ahead of me, I would have avoided so many of these mistakes early, right? And about 3 reasons that you need to join a community is because you will discover opportunities that you'll never find on your own. So many opportunities are shared through networks, gigs, jobs, partnerships, internships, even recommendations, right? Some jobs will never get advertised because someone had picked it up, and this someone probably got wind of it in a community, in a shared community. Being in the right space means that you hear about things before they go public. You get referred, you get noticed. People trust you because someone they also trust has vouched for you, right? Yeah, so that is how it works. That kind of access changes everything. And number 4 reason to join a community is because you will stay updated without being overwhelmed. Digital marketing is noisy. Every week, there is a new tool, a new way of doing things. In fact, even generative AI has made a lot of things so noisy and, of course, so fast-paced. Alone, you will keep jumping from one trend to another. But in a strong community like this, people break it down for you. You learn what's working now, what is dying, and what you should actually be paying attention to. It also keeps you focused and saves you from wasting energy on things that don't move the needle. And number 5 reason that you should join a community is because you will feel safe, and of course also you feel encouraged. This is probably the most underrated part of the reasons you should join a community. Sometimes you just need to hear someone say, you are doing well, keep going. When you are surrounded by people who understand your challenges, who cheer you on every time, who offer feedback for some of the things that you must have done badly without criticisms, right? It rebuilds your confidence. You are no longer feeling like the only one trying to do something different. You feel like you belong, and that makes all of the difference. So here is the point. Don't try to grow alone. You don't have to repeat my mistakes. You don't have to figure out everything from the scratch. You don't also need to face rejections after rejections just because you didn't have the right people in your corner. That is why I created a safe and growing community for digital marketers, especially for those of us in Africa who want to thrive, not just survive. A place where we share what works, support one another, and grow together. So if you are serious about the journey, if you want to stop struggling alone, I invite you to join us. It is not just about knowledge, it is about the access. It is about guidance, it is about community. And sometimes that is a thing standing between where you are and the success that you so much deserve. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll be seeing you inside of the community. And don't forget also to like, share, and subscribe to this particular channel so that you don't miss out on any video, any tutorial I make in the future, right? And of course, to remind you also that the link to the community itself or the communities is shared in the description section of this video specifically. So thank you so much, and I'll be waiting to see you inside of the communities.